who joins us now. Jill, afternoon to you.
Oh, good afternoon.
And thank you for coming on, because I saw on social media you were calling out for volunteers, and I sort of got in touch and said, oh, come on, feel free. Open door policy,
Yes.
Jill. So tell us,
Thank you.
first of all, you're welcome. Tell us, first of all, about Age UK and the work that you do here in Cambridgeshire and Peterborough, for those who don't know. Many will, but for those who don't.
Oh, right. We have lots of services that work throughout Cambridgeshire and Peterborough. We have sharing time and telephone befriending, which is about reducing loneliness. We run day centres. We support friendship clubs, a handyman service, hospital discharge. There's lots of things that go on, and we're always welcome to, always pleased to come and give a talk to any organisation that would like more information about our general services and what we can do.
Yeah, the befriending scheme before the pandemic, that usually involved popping around somebody's house, didn't it? Have a cup of tea and a biscuit and a nice chat and some good company.
That's right.
Is that back to where it was before, or are people still feeling vulnerable that you see?
No, the sharing time, which is where someone goes and visits someone for about an hour a week, that's all back and fully functional. And we've also retained the telephone befriending service, because there are some people where they prefer it to be a phone call rather than a visit. So we now offer both services, and it's for those services that we are in particular in need of some more volunteers.
Ah, okay. So who are you after, and sort of how much time, what are you asking of them exactly?
Right, what we need is people who can, if they're sharing time in visiting, we ask them to visit for about an hour a week at a mutually convenient time. If it's a telephone befriending, it's usually about a 15 or 20-minute phone call. It can be anyone over the age of 18. We are particularly needed in certain areas, and it's Cambridge City, Sawston, Huntington, St Neots, Ramsey, St Ives, Soham and March. So if any of your listeners who live in those areas have an hour or so a week that they could spare to go and visit someone who is elderly and isolated, that would be absolutely fantastic.
All right, and you'll match them up, and they could be just walking up the road a few doors without even realising it.
That's right, yep. What we aim to do, we aim to try and match the volunteers with someone that shares their interests and as local as possible to them. So many of our volunteers have developed firm friendships with the people that they have visited. So it's very much about being mutually satisfying.
Yeah, so you get a packet of biscuits, go around, put the kettle on, and just have a chat for an hour or so. That's as easy as that.
That's all it is, or perhaps having a game of Scrabble, watching a TV programme together, whatever suits the volunteer and the service user.
Yeah, and it's
really about it's the friendship.
Yeah, and it's not set in stone, is it? It's like, there will be weeks where you can't for whatever reason, or you go on a holiday.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, that's why it's a mutually convenient time. So it's arranged, you can set it up to be some visit during the day, some in the afternoon, some in the evening. And yes, it can be flexible. Obviously, people have holidays and perhaps work commitments they need to fit around, and that's absolutely fine. So we can accommodate that.
Okay, Jill, so you might be speaking to somebody right now then who says, actually, do you know what, I can do that, and it can make a massive difference to somebody's life. There will be people as well who are thinking, do you know what, I'd quite like a nice phone call from somebody. So for both those people, what do they do? How do they get in touch?
Right, they can contact myself, so it's Jill Sargent, and our phone number is 01223 221 925, and my email address is Gillian with a G .sargent, which is SARGENT at ageukcap.org.uk.
Wonderful.
Or they can contact us via the website.
Okay, I've got all of those details that the team have. We could pass those on as well.
Okay,
Jill,
that's brilliant.
Great. Well, thank you for letting us know about the service and about the need for volunteers. Good to talk to you. You take care.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. That's